So, Seiishizo here, gonna make my showcase of my runes of the AO monsters that I use. Got it requested a couple of times doing the rush for this. I'm not going all over all of my mobs, that would be taking too much time. What I'm mainly gonna do is I'm gonna look at my decks, and from my decks I'm just gonna showcase the runes, and then I will add in like the substitutes that I add in for like the decks, because I wish we had more decks, right? At some point you get to the point like, okay, I have like 10 AOs, but the thing is how I put up my decks is like I set up a deck, and then I preferably have like monsters that are like stated quite early. I would not have them in there except for Bernard, because he's kind of in there all the time. But that aside, I want to make like fast adjustments to the decks that I just need like one or two mobs. So I don't want to have like decks that like everywhere is like the same mobs pretty much, or in the same order, or in the same thing. Like pretty much all of these mobs, they might look a little bit similar in some cases, like the Gianna, the Bernard. But for some cases, you see some people with just all Tianas. Well, I'm getting sidetracked already. Giving you tips already without even asking. That doesn't matter. But no, like for me, at some point, I don't want to actually see more than like 2 or 3 units throughout this that are actually the same. Simply reason for that is that you can, like, for example, if I could put in this deck, but then with a speed lead, I could put that in. But it's better for me to put like a completely different deck there. So that aside, okay, talking about decks doesn't matter. I'm going through the decks, showing some runes. So this is one of my main teams. I think you've seen me use this one quite often, or either with the Konamiya in there. I use both cases. I'm not going too much into detail of where I use those, because then this video will be an hour long, and that's not my idea, and I'm already bragging about for like 5 minutes about, I don't know if it's even 5 minutes, about something, and I haven't showed you a rune. So boom, that's my first rune. So this is my Alicia triple fight. This is my best fight set. I'm just going over the runes. If you want to pause at any moment, just pause. This is probably the worst rune. This is probably the best rune. Like to showcase that. So yeah, triple fight Alicia. I use this a lot. I have 2 Alicias. I think I think I used them 50-50. Then my Theon, also triple fight on a plus 141 speed, which is quite impressive. I actually did farm fight for, I think I did that for like 2 months or something. I was just like grinding the rifts, just getting fight runes. So this one is really good to 24. The other ones, 20 is good. These 3 could be upgraded, but currently I think it's fine as in the spot as where it is. If I could have like a faster one, I could make a triple fight, or triple monsters on fight, which would include my Jamire. Don't use it that often, because then the speed lead, or like the speed buffer, is that slow for my fast Lushen pretty much. So yeah, these runes are like complete garbage. Doesn't matter. But that's one of the Jamires I use. I also have 2 Jamires. But yeah, my Bernard is also in there. My Bernard is by far not the fastest around. Absolutely not. Is it necessary to have a super fast Bernard? In some teams, yes. In some teams, it doesn't matter that much. For the things you would like a faster Bernard is against, like, well, the thing is, a lot of the AO, especially in G3 Europe right now, I'm not sure about the other servers, there's a lot of Tianas. Tianas you will outspeed with a Bernard, even if your Bernard doesn't top the plus 200. Simple as that. Could I make it faster? Yeah, my fastest set's probably 199. Still quite slow for a G3 player, I guess. I don't have the best Swift runes, I don't really focus on that stuff. Actually, currently I am starting to do Giants a lot more again, so might get there. But also, as an RTA player mainly at the moment, I guess, I don't care that much about the fastest Bernard. Also, for the things I use it in AO, I don't need a faster Bernard than this. So this is my key unit pretty much for like all of Rush Hour. This Lushen is probably one of the better slow Lushens of the server, maybe even the world, I'm not sure. Shitty thing is, it's on a broker set, and it's 89%. However, the 89% could be solved. I rated for like, I think 8 to 10 months, and I think I got this one 7 or 8 times, and it never rolled higher than a 5. Fuck this thing. It used to be 99%, but then I got this rune, and if you follow my Instagram, then you have seen this rune already. Currently it's an 11 plus a 7. I actually have a legendary enchant. So the moment I get a legendary grind, I'm gonna try this on this one. So we'll see how that works out. The slot 2 is not that impressive, but there's a lot of attack on it, so that's cool. This rune, so this rune is triple, if you count like the base, triple max crit damage, triple max crit rate. This was a 5 plus a 5 legendary, so pretty much near max as well. This is a triple crit rate plus a triple -2 crit damage, which makes this rune really good. If this was a blade, would be way better. This one, high crit rate or a high attack, no crit rate, could grind it on, high attack. The flat attacks really help at some point. This one again, near perfect double, but this is like the key thing. It's I think it's a 13 roll plus a 7, so I could actually add in 3 more. Oops, I just hit my laptop. If I could get like a 10, and yeah, again, flat attack. Like if you can get flat attacks like this one as well. I even grinded like a legendary flat attack on this one. It's like, man, these flat attacks work out. Like all of these runes that can have flat attack have flat attack, and I'm pretty sure they're all legendary grinded. So yeah, that's my Lushen. The main reason why this Lushen hits so hard is also the fight set. Like my main attack lead has a triple fight. My main booster for him has a triple fight. I even I didn't start using it that much yet. I pulled a second Leo. It has triple fight. Get those fight runes. That will help you a lot for sure. My Lushen, in the best case scenario, including the 10 wins from Arena and 3 times a triple fight, can hit about 16.8Ks I think right now. And more standard is probably like 15.4 or something. That's like this setup is 50.4. If I add in a speed lead, I actually don't have a speed lead right now with a triple fight. I could make it, but I want to dupe for that. So if I want a speed lead in there, it's mostly my Pisama. More of like a defense based. Well, actually not really. My Pisama is really tuned that my Pisama just goes before my Tion, and if I use it with Galleon, it just goes after my Galleon but before my Alicia. So pretty much perfect speed tuning in that case. I would like, if you use it on offense a lot, I would like accuracy on more. The accuracy is, even like other Pisamas get resisted all the time. That's kind of annoying. For the runes, it's my Pisamas, like besides this rune is like super nice. It's not that impressive, I guess. Well, this rune is decent, but especially this rune is really nice. Sometimes, why I showcase Alicia on a different one. I do use Chiwu sometimes, but that's mainly against Hellfests, I guess. My Chiwu is nowhere near anything special, I guess. Well, this rune is it's okay. So then, this is one of my main AOs, pretty much. And I set it up as a Jamire. This is something I've been using like probably for like 2 years already. Jamire, as you can see right here from like the units that I got in order, this was pretty much like my first good AO, like cleave AO, and I ever used it since. So this is my Alicia that's actually on Will. It used to have way better runes than these two, especially like these two, but they went to Perna the moment I got Perna. Used to be 100 crit rate. At some point I was mostly like switching runes every rush hour that I could go. It's pretty much the same stats but 100% crit rate on the other runes and a little bit more tanky, I guess. But at some point I forgot it and I noticed it didn't matter that much. So sometimes I just keep them, sometimes I switch them with like 50 million mana, so that's not a big issue. But for the other runes, like the Swift runes, are legit. Thing is with Alicia, you want to have some of the HP and defense as well, because you're gonna eat damage from Pisama the moment he's gonna do his third skill, like the passive, come back to life, eternal life. No, that's Perna. I don't know what's the name of the passive, but the Pisama passive, we all know it, so that's why I grind like 20% HP on this stuff. Okay, rune, this one is super nice, 42 attack. Substats on it, not that interesting, but I think my Alicia, not the best, but it's doing what it should be doing, and it's mostly like killing the Pisamas, killing the Pernas, hits about like, let's say 13, 12, yeah, 12 to 13k on third skill. So this is mostly enough for the Pisamas and the Pernas, and then on the second wave, you pretty much kill everything. And it's quite speedy, I like that. I like my stuff speedy. Galleon, shield, will Galleon. Not that interesting on the runes, it pretty much just... I haven't touched these runes in like a really long time, I guess. Just get above 58 accuracy, get the speed tuning right, be tanky, and that's pretty much the case. It's more like a cleave team anyways. This Jamire, actually, I use this sometimes in RTA as well, because it kind of catches people off guard. It has double will, and then it has the shield. So the thing what it does, this is speed tuned to go before my Alicia and Galleon. So what I could do is I Alicia Galleon, or well, first like I Gianna, I strip. Jamire goes, pretty much does nothing. I Alicia Galleon. They stun my team somewhat somehow, 100% resistance. Probably not the Jamire, he still has like another turn of will. And then he goes in the second round again before the Gani and the Alicia, so, or not the Gani, the what's his name? Galleon. Am I talking about Gani all the time? I don't know. The Galleon one. That one. So he goes before like the Alicia Galleon. I think I've been saying Ganymede for fucking long time already. I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I use it for. Often gets switched out by the Bernard simply to get everyone on the same speed, just going before the enemy. Do I use this in other variations? Yes. Yes, I do. Which is Farhat. You've seen me use this against the light pandas, pretty much. The Tian Lungs. The thing is, I got a Swift Farhat, which also kind of catches people off guard in RTA, I guess. It used to have better runes, but some of these runes actually went to Tiana. I recently pulled a Tiana, you've maybe seen it at my Instagram as well, or in my previous video. So the runes that is lacking is this one, which is really good, and this one, which is really good. So it's pretty much, I'll showcase my Tiana in a sec. So yeah, that's kind of what he's lacking. I tried to fill it up with whatever I had. Didn't really work out. I still kept the speed up. It's decent in damage, but the main thing is my units go before his units. Alicia strips and stuns, and then Farhat reduces the attack bar, and then my Galleon and Alicia can just clean it up. You've seen it a couple of times in the videos. That's mostly how I take down the light pandas. So yeah, for the runes, this is a really shitty one. This one is decent. Yeah, okay, not bad. Yeah, the rune quality on this one is not that. It's mainly for the control rather than the actual damage. So it's the speed and the control main matters in this one. So then my bomb team actually didn't have Sierra for a really long time. I got Gianna for I think about 3 years now. No, in April it's gonna be 3 years. But I pulled Sierra since end of August, like last summer. So oh, I didn't showcase my Gianna yet. My Gianna is currently on a Swift Will. It often switches back to Violent Will as well. That's really random what I do with that. So for this build, I think it's quite a decent set. It's not the highest in speed, but I also don't think Gianna is needing, like the moment you outspeed a Wusa, you're pretty much done for, right? You're gonna lose. So I don't want to make it too fast. But still, overall the set is like high on HP, attack, defense, good accuracy. So yeah, like high substats, decent substats, high substats. This one's quite nice. This one's also nice. Liking this one as well. So yeah, that's my Gianna. So yeah, my bomber team, sometimes switch it up like this, depends what I need. My Megan is super fucking slow. I'm gonna make her probably 190 or 185 or something next free rune removal. However, I gonna keep the crit damage in, especially probably on a different rune. But I've noticed like she could actually do like if an armor break lands from the Malaka third skill, she could do like an 18k first skill or something with this on Rakan. It works. It's good damage. It's good damage. So I'm not sure if she has like high multipliers on this shit or anything, but hey, she did good damage. So I got speed, crit damage, attack, and yeah, it's legit good damage. I don't know. And does she need more defense? No, she does her first skill and then she does whatever, right? Or her third skill and then she does whatever. So yeah. My Malaka, quite speedy. This is actually quite a decent Malaka, I think. All around, also like quite decent tanky, not that high attack, but very fast, near max accuracy that counts, 85. So yeah, all in all, I think a decent Malaka. If this would be a will rune, it would be a lot better. This rune is not that interesting besides the speed. But yeah, this is quite a high efficiency set. And then my Sierra, which is one of my most efficiency runed monsters, if not the highest at the moment. Which, like if you just look at the stats, you think like, okay, that's probably something I could make, right? Right? Doesn't look that impressive, but it has a little bit of everything. That's why it's kind of hiding away. It's fast, has a lot of damage, still has some accuracy, still has some crit rate, quite tanky. And if you look at the individual runes, like high substats, quite high substats, like same for these, it's all, yeah, it's all quite good runes. So this is one of my better runed units. Moving on to the next AO. Ooh, this one is interesting. Someone kept asking me, like, what does this actually do, and how is it ruined? Like, how does this work? The thing is, actually, the turn order shows already. It's Bernard, Lushen, Tion, Lushen. That's the turn order. And a lot of like the Lushen traps don't work against this, because the Bernard boost for 33%. The first Lushen goes, the first Lushen goes before the Tion, but it's not that high on damage. I actually want to make it 100% crit rate. I should do that next rune removal. And these are the runes. I think they're okay, but it's mainly for the speed. This does about like 5 to 5.5k, but 5.5k times 3 is not enough. I'm getting message. Stop doing that. Where's my mute button? The mute button. So actually the thing is 5 to 5.5k times 3 is mainly like specially for Tianas, Prahas, or not Tianas, the Trianas, Prahas. What else could be Nemesis? Some Mikhails, some I don't know, like the standard Lushen traps. They're not gonna Nemesis proc enough to not break the Bernard into the Tion, which isn't even that fast, but it's just not enough Nemesis proc. So then my Tion goes, and then my strong Lushen goes, and this setup is probably like 14.5k. It's just 3 sets of 5. So that's a 5.5 times 3 plus 14.5 plus 3 is 60k damage. It's mostly enough, and even with teams like Rakans, I'm not gonna do with this team, but for example, Perna, no problem at all. These 4 monsters, unless Perna goes 4 times every turn, like literally that's needed to kill this whole team as a Perna. That ain't gonna happen. I think it only happened to me once. Whoops, I clicked that away. So then my last team, yes, I pulled a Diana like a week ago? Yeah, a week ago. Not too satisfied about the runes yet. I actually mainly want to use her in RTA, which means I need her more accuracy, more speed, more attack, more not on a crit rate, but on a crit damage set. So a lot of work to do on this one. But I've used it again since I don't have a Zyros. I kind of started using the Homunculus, and for that it's mainly to counter like Triana's Vanessa's, like these passive kind of revival kind of things. Also the Brisama is also countered by that, so normally you can't use Tiana and Alicia that much because you will get like maybe stunned from a Bisama after you kill him. Another option would be to go Chloe here, but I don't have Chloe that's fit for that at the moment, but can also take care of these teams otherwise. But yeah, this is quite a nice setup. I used it a little bit, but I want to experiment more with Tiana, and probably when I get a Zyros I will use her a lot more and probably get her a lot faster. So for the runes, like this is super high efficient rune. Overall the sets aren't that bad on it, but it's not really where I want it to be yet. And then for the Homunculus, I got another fight set on it. Got too many fight runes, and then super random speed runes, or like swift runes, which don't do anything. Only difference is for this one, I got a galleon that's on violent energy, apparently, mainly for the stats rather than the actual set. But it's light damage galleon-ish. I got ungrinded runes. That doesn't happen enough. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Switch monsters, let me check which monster I left out. Oh, my Konomiya. I sometimes use Konomiya in this setup, simply because Konomiya can boost Lushen, and then Tion can boost Alicia. Isn't that fast at the moment because Tiana is eating some of the swift runes, but kind of works. Is there any other unit that I left out for my AOs? Let me check. I don't think so, actually. You really seldom. I sometimes use an Okeanos to reset some stuff, but not that much, I guess. No. Oh, my normal Leo. I don't use it that much yet, but I actually should start, like the moment I make Mega Fest, I will also use Leo more, but still gotta check. Like the moment you've been playing for like a year or 2 years clearing AOs in a certain way, and then you get a new unit which is also able to clear the same AOs you could already clear, you're kind of wondering like, okay, where should I put that in? So I'm the kind of guy that doesn't change that much, I guess, and I just keep sticking to the old AOs. But I should actually try to Leo more. I tried it the other day against like Alphas and stuff, and it's quite good. The set on Leo is quite decent. Especially like, you could put Violent on it, but I prefer Vampire simply because you probably have Vampire runes left over, and you probably don't have Violent runes left over. So you get better rune quality. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So those are my AO units. I'm not planning to go in this video over all of my units. It would take too long. Don't want to make it too long. I think I've been rattling on for too long. These are my decks. Come to us. I hope you make more decks because I want a Leo deck in here. I would like to, yeah, mainly like currently I would need like 6, maybe 7, like another Tiana setup. But especially like the Leo setup, I want more decks. I need more decks, kind of, I guess. So yeah, that showcases all my runes, and hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you saw like a couple of things like, hey, that would be interesting. Maybe you're gonna say like, hey, maybe I should farm some fight runes as well, because his Lushen is probably good, but I could make the same, but I'm just missing the fight runes, and that's why he's doing so much more damage. So maybe you learned a thing or two, or just saw like a couple of new things or ideas, and that's about it. So yeah, that's about it. Seiishizo here. Peace out.